Coming up on today's show, we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the 1994 classic, The Crow.
Halloween ain't till mañana.
Stay tuned. Welcome to Scary World, where we walk you through the latest and greatest in the world of horror. I am your host, Arturo Padilla.
Hi.
For those of you just joining us, don't forget to subscribe up above and say what's up down below. We have one major rule around here: no spoilers. Now that we got that out of the way, there are 5 categories: production, story, ensemble, horror, and legacy. Each category can earn up to 2 points.
Showtime.
Per IMDb, the synopsis goes, a man brutally murdered comes back to life as an undead avenger of his and his fiance's murder. The movie was directed by Alex Proyas. He did a great job ensuring this production looked and sounded great. The shots are composed like comic book panels, making sure every frame is effective and impactful. The scenes in this movie are shot very dark, but they're coherent because they're lit very well. This whole movie is just shrouded in darkness, but everything is legible on the screen. That is a testament to the directorial eye of Proyas and his crew. Aside from the look of the movie, the sounds of this movie are just absolutely amazing. This thing has awesome needle drops throughout, and it defines the tone and the aura of this movie. It really did help elevate all those scenes in such a profound way that it became deep-rooted in the zeitgeist of the lore of this movie. One cannot think about those scenes without thinking about the music, and vice versa. For example, one cannot think about Eric Draven jumping across the rainy rooftops without thinking about the Nine Inch Nails cover of Dead Souls. It is so tied to the hip with this movie that without it, it would not be as effective. And that is a big kudos to the people who were able to gather this music and piece it together with the proper scenes. And for the awesome look of this movie, the amazing soundtrack to this movie, the way everything just looks in the rain, the memorable scenes, and the way everything's shot, this movie gets a full mark of a 2 for production. Along with that, I also need to mention the makeup department. They do a fantastic job making sure that makeup stays on Brandon Lee's face. And every time you see it, it looks a little bit more aged as the movie goes, or it looks nice and bold when you need it to. They did a really good job with every technical facet of this movie, and I cannot say that enough. The script was written by David J. Sho and John Shirley, based off the story and the comic of James O. Barr. John Shirley previously wrote a lot of episodic animated shows, for example, The Real Ghostbusters, Defenders of the Earth, Brave Star, and RoboCop before he wrote The Crow. And Sho, before The Crow, he wrote Critters 3 and 4. So these gentlemen have experience in a wide range of different mediums, and now they team up to take on this feature. This is the feature script debut for John Shirley. As I said, Sho before had written some other movies previously. These gentlemen did a fantastic job translating this story onto the big screen.
Listen! I'm sure you'll remember. You killed him. On Halloween. Yeah. Okay, Halloween, yeah.
The movie is paced well, with all the acts flowing very nicely, hitting all the right beats along the way. The film strikes a great balance between drama and action, with each aiding the other whenever it is needed. This movie continues to impress me. We talked about the production, and now we talk about the story, and this romance action movie here, Revenge Tale, is just one for the ages. It is so well put together and so coherent that you can just put it on at any moment and you'll fall right into the story and follow right along. This story is very well written, it's very well executed, and very well thought out. The structure really works here. It's not too comic booky, it's not too serious, but at the same time, it is as grounded as it can be. And I think that is a big testament to the writing team and what they were able to do with these characters and successfully execute them to the level that they did. And for the great romantic story and the great action story and the great revenge story. This movie gets the full marks of 2 for this category. I could not commend this story enough. It is well paced, it is well structured, it is well executed, and I really enjoy this story every time I watch it. This cast does a superb job with their respective characters. They were all able to bring these unique and interesting characters to life in a way that no matter the size of the role, the character made an impact on the movie. Ernie Hudson does a great job as the babyface cop.
Come on, you think any of those people in that building, even the ones who signed the petition, would talk after what happened to you? Kept asking questions and finally got busted for sticking my nose where it wasn't wanted.
While Michael Wincott does an awesome job as the dastardly villain.
I want all of you boys to be able to look me straight in the eye one more time and say, "Are we having fun or what?"
The star of the show, of course, is none other than Brandon Lee.
Hold still. Each one of these is a life you helped destroy.
Never did a star shine so brightly for so little. This performance was everything that it needed to be and then some. It was commanding, it was charming, it was emotional, and it was flat out memorable. The acting prowess and the look of this young man, Brandon Lee, during this movie is awe-inspiring. Full disclosure, I got surprisingly emotional during a lot of the scenes that we get Brandon Lee straight in the frame. This movie really showcases this dude's talent. He was so talented. He had a great look to him. He had a great smile. The dude could command a room and he can act his ass off. The dude can also do his own stunts. Man, he had it all. He had it all. It was unfortunate what happened in the production of this movie, which caused him to unfortunately leave us way too soon. But he left a memorable performance in his wake. And for the awesome characters like Top Dollar and T-Bird and Fun Boy and the Crow himself, this movie gets the full score of a 2 for ensemble. This really needed everyone to be on the same page and not to really overact when it came to their roles. I think everyone did exactly what was needed out of their characters and didn't go too wild with their performance. Everything worked very nicely and fit together like a perfect puzzle. There is plenty of violence and action, thrills, and kills to go around in this movie. Each kill is different and unique, and it has its own tier of ferocity. The action is fast-paced, exciting, and typical of the 90s unlimited bullet clip style action sequences. Man, this was a lot of fun, and you wouldn't expect this much heavy bullet action in a movie of this ilk, of a movie that seems so personal, so close to the vest, right? You get full-on gunfights, and they're just awesome. The choreography looks great. The action looks great. They did a great job making sure that the kills look good, the action looked good on screen, making sure that the look of Eric Draven was always top-notch in every scene, making sure that the look of Top Dollar, of T-Bird, of Fun Boy, these characters had a way about them, a way to dress, a way to speak, a way to hang out, and it really shows how awesome this ensemble is, and they made everything in terms of this movie. It helped elevate every single facet of these categories, from the production, to the story, to the horror, and to the legacy, which we will get to next. The ensemble definitely helped all throughout, and I think the horror in this movie, it's not much, but it's very effective and it's to the point. It works very well in this world. And for all the different kills we get, all the awesome action and the bullet fights we get, this movie gets the full score of a 2 for horror. It was action, action, kills, kills, action, fast-paced, and then they were able to slow it down and give you the gothic romance and revenge tale in the background. They did a great job with this category, and it's a very balanced movie when it comes to drama and action. I really love this movie from start to finish. It has memorable scenes and taglines that make for vivid nostalgia. There is not one rainy day that goes by that I do not say it can't rain all the time. and I know you guys are the same. This is what this movie does. It sticks with your soul. The loss of Brandon Lee was a huge hit, and we will always ponder what could have been after this performance. The talent was all there, and I, for one, am very glad he was able to share this last performance with us. It will forever live in infamy. This performance will be absolutely legendary, and no one will ever be able to get to that tier of Crow. They've tried in the past, unfortunately, and always fell flat. Now there is a new one coming out this summer. Let's see how that one goes. And for all of the work done to make this vision complete and come true and make it possible to see everything on screen, this movie gets the full score of a 2 for legacy. I can watch this every single year and still feel the emotions of watching it like the first time. Draven running through the tops of the roofs, the needle drops, it can't rain all the time. She has pretty eyes, I love her eyes. Man, the lines are just, fire it up, fire it up. It's never ending. It's never ending, because there ain't no coming back. To tally it up, The Crow received a 2 for production, a 2 for story, a 2 for ensemble, a 2 for horror, and a 2 for legacy, bringing its score up to a perfect 10. I am so glad I was able to watch the re-release for the 40th anniversary in theaters. Watching this movie on the big screen was just absolutely an amazing experience. As I said before, full disclosure, I unexpectedly got emotional through certain scenes of this movie. When you realize how much talent you're watching and how much greatness you're watching on screen and the beauty of this gothic story, it's definitely something that I will never forget, and I'm so glad I was able to watch it on the big screen. And you folks can watch The Crow anywhere you get your VOD. You can buy the 40th anniversary 4K remaster as well. It is now on home video. You can get it anywhere you get your movies.
Can you tell me what time it is?
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for watching Scary World. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and hit the thumbs up on the video. Most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell all your friends, your family, and their friends to come on down to YouTube and subscribe to CorpseFeed. We have spoiler-free horror movie reviews for you guys dropping every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We also have the official CorpseFeed podcast, The Morgue, dropping every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts. Go like, subscribe, and share on those platforms. Make sure you rate us, you give us some stars, and go check us out on all the social platforms as well. We are there. Like, subscribe, and share there as well. We would highly appreciate it. And we will see you on Wednesday for another episode. And remember, it's a scary world out there, but we are here to walk you through it.